Thank you for investing in mental wellness and for supporting outreach by purchasing this workshop, which is the third in a series designed to help the younger clients we serve. We are pairing psychoeducation with a related activity. Maggie Zangara is the outreach counselor who will be delivering the psychoeducation lesson on coping skills and hygiene. She will be followed by Stacy Rhodes, a registered dietitian who will discuss how food influences mood. She will open with the story, A Garden in Your Belly. This will be followed by a short talk about food and mood. Then remember our friend? We will both be going on a virtual grocery trip to buy ingredients for the healthy snack we will make at the end of the workshop, vegetable sushi. You are welcome to follow along and make this vegetable sushi for yourself. Here's Maggie, who will talk to you about hygiene and coping skills.
Hello friends, I'm so happy you're here. Today, we're going to talk about things that you can do so you can feel your happiest and best self. First, we're going to talk about something called hygiene. Do any of you know what hygiene is? Why don't you either shout your answer, or if you're watching this with somebody else, turn to them and share your answer. Hygiene are things that you do for yourself to feel your best. Hygiene includes brushing your teeth, wearing clean clothes, showering every day, washing your hands when they are dirty, keeping your hair neat and clean, covering your mouth when you sneeze or cough. Why do you think that would be important? You can shout your answer now. Do you know any other important things you can do to stay fresh and clean every day that I didn't mention? As you can tell, these are different things you should be doing every day. It's things that adults do every day too, and it's called healthy self-care. Sometimes we feel sad. Sad is how we feel when you're unhappy and find it really hard to smile because something bad has happened. Feeling sad is normal, but it is important to find ways to cope so that you can feel happy again. There are a lot of things that can make people feel sad. You might be sad when you don't get your way, if someone calls you a name, or if friends don't ask to play with you. What are some other things that might make you feel sad? Knowing what's making you feel this way can help you figure out what you need to do to feel better. Sometimes you might feel sad and want to cry. That is okay. It is better to let yourself cry than to try and hold it in and pretend you're not sad. Crying can be good for you because it helps get out the sadness, stress, and frustration from your body. Another idea is doing something to make you happy. A good way of coping with a feeling you don't like is to replace it with another one. Think of things that make you smile or laugh. Tell yourself a joke. Watch your favorite TV show, or listen to a silly song. You could even do one of your hygiene activities. Doing these things can help put you in a better mood. You can also try to be around people that you enjoy. If someone said or did something that made you feel sad, you can let them know how you feel. If it is someone who cares about you, they might apologize and work hard not to hurt your feelings the next time. It is always better to share your feelings if you can. Lastly, sometimes just talking about your feelings can help you feel better. Find a friend or an adult that you trust and share how you're feeling. They might be able to say or do things that help you start to feel better. If you've been feeling sad for a really long time, make sure to let an adult know. Lastly, something that was included in your kit was a coping skills poster. So I want you to pull that out now and take a look. When you're looking at this poster, I want you to circle to different things on this poster that you really enjoy doing. For me, I'd probably circle play with my pet, eat healthy food, get enough sleep, ask for a hug, and drink water. What are some things that you would circle on this list that you like to do? Nice. Now, I want you to pick your top 3. And I want you to strive to practice those things or do those things every day or as many days as possible. What this is going to do is help you get into a routine. You're going to focus on doing these coping skills every day as well as your hygiene list. This is going to be your armor. So you want to practice these things every day, especially when you're feeling good. Because when you do feel sad, stressed, or frustrated, since you have been practicing your coping skills, you're going to be better at using them when you aren't feeling your best to help you get back to feeling better. Does that make sense? So, to conclude, keep working on staying happy and healthy by focusing on your hygiene, eating healthy, and practicing your fun coping skills every day so you can feel your best.
Thanks, Maggie. I'm Stacy Rhodes. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. I teach people how food affects their bodies. And today we're going to talk about how to eat to feel your best self. We are going to start with a book, A Garden in Your Belly. Did you know there's a garden blooming in your belly? It is full of tiny creatures, and they love to eat. Come on a journey through the river of your gut and visit the microbiome, a garden of microscopic creatures that affect your hunger, health, and emotions. Along the way, learn how to take care of your microbes to make you a happier, healthier you. Inside you flows a great river with many folds and turns. If you stretched this river into a straight line, it would be 10 times as tall as you are. The river is your intestines. It nourishes a garden in your belly full of life and wonder called the microbiome. This garden is so small you can't see it unless you have a big microscope. But it is so big that if you lined up all of its tiny living microorganisms end to end, they would reach the moon. Where does your garden come from? You got the first seeds when you were born. You collect more microbial sprouts by breathing, touching, eating, and playing. You get new microbes from your dog, your best friend, from the ground underfoot, from food, and even from this book. but no one on earth has a garden exactly like yours.
What's it doing in there?
Blooming, of course, and making you, you. Your microorganisms come in many forms. Some are simple, some are fancy, some are friendly, and some are not. Some kinds have existed for 1,000,000 years. Most microorganisms help your body do things it cannot do by itself. They protect you and the river every minute they're awake. As food passes through the river, each kind of critter has a different job to do. The more variety your garden has, the better. Your microbes harvest what they need to create energy and to fight germs. They also grow more microbes like themselves. Your garden microorganisms put out fires and take the garbage out. Sometimes they have adventures and strange encounters. They can even influence your thoughts and feelings. Some of your microbes are connected to nervousness. They can make you feel like a restless butterfly. Other critters are laid back, making you feel like a lotus floating on a pond. Your microorganisms send you messages by adding froggy gurgles to the river when they want fertilizer to help them grow strong. They can make a beastly growl when you feed them something they don't like. But can you talk to them? You can't talk to them directly, but when you're playing outside, breathing fresh air, and drinking lots of water, the microbes know and they're happy. Doing these things is like sending care packages down the river to keep them strong. After all, every garden needs attention and love. If your garden critters get too hungry because you forgot to send healthy food, they get weak. Then the bad microbes can move into the garden like weeds. Bad microbes produce toxins that get into the river. Your garden doesn't like pollution. In the river, in the air, anywhere. Pollution makes the garden weak, which means the weeds can move in and overpower your protectors. What do the weeds like? Sweets? Junk food? Yes. Just as the good guys can talk to you, the bad guys can too. They don't mind sending you messages to control your brain. If you eat only junk food, the next thing you know, you don't care for veggies and fruits or jumping and moving. You might even get sick. That's when it's time to grow back your protectors. How do you grow your protectors and take care of them?
Feed them.
What do the good guys in your garden like?
Sweets? Junk foods? No, give me some fruits, yogurt, nuts, and veggies.
Take good care of your garden, and it will always have your back.
And belly. And heart. And head.
All of you. The end. I'm Stacy Rhodes, and welcome to my kitchen. Before we get started on our recipe, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about how food can impact your mood. As the book said, there is a belly-brain connection. Our bodies are marvelous, and science is just starting to understand how this works. But the most basic example I can think of is if I've skipped a meal or I've been extra active and then I go to open the refrigerator, my belly is telling me to go for high sugar and high fat. We need nutrition right away. And so something that I can do to combat that is make sure that I keep myself regularly fed in a healthy way throughout the day. So I wanted to talk to you about 3 things that you can do every day to eat to feel your best self. Number 1, I think you may know. Stay away from extra sugar. I mean, I like snacks and candy and cookies sometimes, but just not all the time. So let's get rid of the ice cream, the soda, the candy for now. I'll just set that to the side. So, low sugar. Now that we got sugar mostly out of the way, what else can you do? The second big thing you can do is increase your fiber. What's fiber? Well, fiber is the part of a plant that we can't digest on our own, and we rely on our gut microbiome to help digest our fiber, and they love it. Fiber is found in grains and fruits and vegetables, legumes, beans. So that's where you can find fiber. How much fiber should you have? Well, your age, probably about 26 to 30 grams. But that's hard to measure every day. So what's recommended is about 1.5 cups of fruits and 1.5 cups of vegetables. And then when you choose your breads and grains, try to choose whole wheat and whole grains. The third thing that you can do is eat the rainbow. I'm not talking about the Skittles like our friend got into in workshop 2, but I'm talking about natural colors in fruits and vegetables. If you get a variety each day, each color does something unique and special for your body. So if you get a variety of colors, you're eating to feel your best self. So the recipe that I chose, vegetable sushi, includes these 3 principles of lower sugar, higher in fiber, and has lots of different colors. So let's get started. So I'm back from the grocery store. I have my ingredients. I washed my hands. I washed the vegetables, so we should be good to go. I chose whole wheat bread. We're going to start with a slice of that, and we're going to roll it out. Now, maybe you have a rolling pin, but if you don't, it's not a problem. I just got from my cabinet and made sure it was clean, a bottle, and I was able to, this so you can see, roll out the piece of bread. If you'd like, you could cut the crusts off the bread. I'm going to leave mine on. Makes it maybe a little bit harder to roll, but I like the crusts. So I've rolled my bread out nice and flat. And now I'm going to put on my cream cheese ranch mixture. So I'm going to take just a spoonful or so of the cream cheese, put it in a little bowl, and then I'm going to add, this is the Trader Joe's ranch seasoning blend. I'm going to add that. Stir it up. You can just add as much as you want. I like mine pretty spicy, so I have that I'm going to put and smear on my piece of bread. Just a thin little coating for flavor. A little extra, even though cream cheese has fat in it, it a little bit of fat helps you stay full longer, so that's okay. You could also use avocado if you wanted, kind of smash up some avocado, add lime juice and salt and pepper. That would be even a better fat to use. So I have my piece of bread with the spread, and I'm just going to add my veggies. I use these small little cucumbers, and to cut them, hopefully, I'm not sure if you're allowed to use a knife, but you could use a small little knife. I think you could even cut with a plastic knife if that's what you're allowed to do, but I cut it long ways. Like this, so that it looks better on the bread. So I'll put a piece of cut cucumber. Then I chose some red peppers, orange peppers, and yellow peppers. I've already cut them. I don't know if you know how to cut a pepper. Some people cut around the stem. Personally, I just cut it in half. And then I go over to the sink and pull out the seeds. I just rinse it off. So the gummies are over here. I'm gonna have one. It's okay. So now that I have my peppers cut up, I'm gonna put those on the sandwich too. I wish that I got carrots. I forgot the carrots, but I would slice those long ways too and put them on. Or shredded carrots, that would be easy. I think I'll also add a little spinach just for some extra nutrition, vitamin C, fiber. So now I have my vegetables, and I'm simply going to, maybe you can't see, roll it up. I might take a little extra cream cheese and put it at the edge so that it sticks better. So now we have our bread roll. And then I'm going to take the knife and cut it into sushi-like bites. Just like this. They're really fun to eat. You can pack them in your lunch. So you could use any vegetables you want and achieve this. Like I said, you could use the avocado instead. You could top it off with everything bagel seasoning, just if you wanted a little extra flavor. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you're creative and you like this idea, you can do other things, like I made this. I used Nutella and a banana. I had to cut the banana lengthwise so that it could fit on the bread to make a Nutella banana sushi. You could use turkey, cheese, maybe you like cream cheese and salmon. So be creative, have fun, low sugar, increase your fiber, and eat the rainbow. Enjoy. A good visual reminder to sum up everything we discussed about how the belly connects to the brain is the food mood pyramid. It summarizes the 3 basic principles that we discussed: low on sugar, heavy on fiber, and eating all of the colors. The principle is to eat more foods at the base of the pyramid and eat less as you go up to the top. Another great guide is myplate.gov. It shows how your plate should typically look for each meal. It makes sure that you get plenty of fruits and vegetables, some protein, grain, and dairy. From Maggie and myself, good luck practicing your coping skills and hygiene, and happy and healthy eating, all so that you can be the best you. If you enjoyed this workshop, stay tuned for future workshops as we will continue to learn mental wellness skills and explore different activities. You could go back and visit Workshop 1, About Feelings, with the activity of art, or Workshop 2, which is about mindfulness. Hope to see you around.